Hey friends, how you guys doing today? So, as you guys saw from some of the videos, I've been getting into the multi-pads. They're great machines. The first one I actually had was the Yamaha DD75, which is like a really fantastic tabletop drum set. Very cool sounding instrument. Very easy to use, connecting with foot pedals, and excellent portable drum set, which is over there. It's going to sit in my gig bag. Definitely going to be using that. Actually, that's not true. Before that, I had the Elisa Sample Pad Pro. But I kind of felt funny playing that because even though you can use it as a portable drum set, I'm starting to see that some of these pads are great at doing a lot of different things. One of them is being a portable drum set, but some of them are better at being exactly what they're called, which are sample pads. So the Elisa sample pad, I think, was a better sampler than it was a portable drum set. So coming from a drummer's perspective, what I'm actually looking for is a portable drum set a little bit more than a sample pad. Now, importing samples is fantastic, but it's not exactly what I want to do. What I really want to do is play gigs and have a drum set to practice that's really portable, because I don't have a whole lot of space. As you can see, I'm in my room down here between an exercise machine, and you can't see it here, but there's a piano right here and on a table. So I don't have a lot of space, and this makes it much easier for me to practice and not have a lot of space with two young children running around our house. So the pads are a great option, and picking up the Alesis was a good start. But then I started to see that there's better things out there that are better for drummers. So then I saw the Yamaha DD75 and picked it up, and I said, wow, this thing is great. It has everything I need for a drum set. There's I don't even need any external pads. I needed an external pad, for the snare drum, for the Alesis sample pad. Didn't need anything for the Yamaha DD75, but the problem was the triggering wasn't that great, so it was kind of hard to play drum rolls on it. Not a big deal for a gig, so I using that for the gig. You can get by on it with a gig. That would be fine. Come to do some research and found that Yamaha made this multi-pad, this DTX Multi-12, and saw it and started listening and doing some research and listened to it and thought it really sounded very good, and also found some really nice used deals on it, and found one for a really good price. I think I found one for $399. That's where I bought it, and it's listed for like $659 or something like that. So I got a very good deal on it. I kept the same foot pedals from the I bought from the Yamaha DD75, the HH65, and the KP65. Hooked those up, and they're great. They also said, you can hook a 3-zone Yamaha pad to your Yamaha Multi-Pad 12 as well. So I actually found a used TP65S pad, Yamaha TP65S, 3 zones. I hooked it up, and for sure there was absolutely 3 zones. I was able to trigger 3 zones on the snare drum, a rim click, a rim shot, and in the head. The only issue was that with the 3 zones, kind of similar to my other Yamaha pad, I was getting major crosstalk with the snare drum and the other pads. So it wasn't really that bad in terms of when I hit the drum, I was getting other drums playing at the same time. It was more the fact that the other pads were when I hit the snare drum, it was triggering the snare drum pad number on the pad itself, the multi-pad. So it was interesting, and it was sort of a mode of frustration. So what I ended up doing was using my Roland PDX 100, hooking it up, and it works like a charm with the Yamaha. So even though it's not 3 zones, not the biggest deal in the world. I thought it would be a big deal, and it's not, because even though I do use cross stick, I assign it to one of the other pads, and it's fine. So unless you absolutely have to have a 3-zone pad, I don't think it's necessary, to be honest with you. So anyway, I'm going to run through some playing examples. This thing is great. It does everything that you need. Like I said, there's other pads on the market multi-pads. And what's great about this Yamaha is that it's really, I think, for the true drummer percussionist. It does allow you to import samples and wave files and stuff like that. And there are some loops within it, but it's much more akin to having, like 1,100 sounds or something like that, and having lots and lots of drum sounds for drummers to play. And it's not really a sampler in the fact where you're looping and doing all these effects. If you're looking at these Alesis multi-strike, pad and the Roland PDX, those are like really, really, you can make them as portable drum sets, as I did with the sample pad, but they're really, really made for looping and sampling and all that other stuff, in addition to your acoustic drums. Whereas this can be a true mini drum set, which is what I want to go for, which is what I think a lot of other players would go for. It's great not having to worry about a ton of wires. It's great not having to worry about a ton of pads anymore. It's great not having to worry about all this room that I don't have anymore. There's lots and lots of space I have, which is wonderful. And it does everything I need it to do. So again, I'm going to give you some playing examples. If I compare this to anything, even though I haven't played it, I think I've heard comparisons of the Yamaha Multi-12 with the Roland SPD30, the Octapad. So if I was going to get anything else, if I did get anything else, I know I get a lot of stuff, but in the future, if I was going to get anything else, it might be that Octapad. But it actually looks it looks a little bit big. So I don't think I'm going to get it. I think I'm actually happy with the Multi-12 and having the DD75 for portable stuff. And yeah, that's it. So I hope you guys enjoy the playing examples. And yeah, hope if you have any questions, please leave comments. And hope you guys enjoy. Thanks.